Hello friends, I am Everyman22, and today we're talking about the Warhammer 40k novels being released in May. We are starting with ones I'm least excited about to the most excited about. Though to be honest, all of them seem rather exciting, and if I had the money I'd buy all of them. The first one I want to talk about is the Eye of Ezekiel, which features the Loyalist Space Marine chapter of the Dark Angels, as well as Adeptus Mechanicus, and is set in the world of Honoria. The Grand Master of the Dark Angels, Librarians, a man named Ezekiel, honoring a pact with Adeptus Mechanicus, leads the 5th Company to liberate Honoria, which for millennia has been cut off from the Imperium because of warp storms, and is now under attack from the invading Orc army. However, not all as it seems, as the Adeptus Mechanicus seem to have their own reason for getting involved in the conflict, especially since the call actually came from the Mechanicus and not Honoria itself. Is there heresy afoot? Is Ezekiel leading his men into a trap? Who knows? There is a short sample for free on the Black Library, and it's pretty epic for being so short. I'll post a link in the description below, so take a look at it, because I do love free samples. It is 336 pages and was written by CZ Dunn. The second one I want to talk about is simply called Dante, and this novel features the Loyalist Space Marine chapter of the Blood Angels. It is a biography of the chapter master himself, a space marine called Dante, and tells his story from the time of his birth in the radiation-scarred wastes of Bal Secundus to the hive cities of Armageddon, and details his experiences from being selected to join this chapter to becoming a scout, and then becoming a full-fledged brother. It'll be informative to see the exact nature in which he became the Canada of Space Marines. It should be interesting to see why the Space Marines chose him rather than everyone else. I certainly hope it includes that. Also, Dante is the oldest chapter master in the Imperium, so there will be a lot of story to tell. It has 304 pages and was written by Guy Haley, and it also has an audiobook version, and the running time is 9 hours. It is narrated by Gareth Armstrong, and this guy's put in a lot of work as a narrator. We also have a limited edition version of Titanicus, which tells the story of when the Titans of Legio Invicta, who are fresh from combat and in extreme need of repairs, appealed to help the vital Forge world Orestes that is under attack from the forces of Chaos. Unfortunately, there is not a lot of info about it, mainly because I've never read the original. Though the original book was a monster, with 608 pages, and has 4.5 stars on Amazon, as well as Goodreads, and seems overwhelmingly positive. The one problem that they don't really tell you is why you should buy the limited edition versus the original version. That's already out and much cheaper. So I can't really recommend this to you guys. Honestly, if you want to read a good book about Titans blowing the crap out of each other, just get the original version. That should keep you Warhammer 40k fans happy. Though if you do have the extra money to spare and you don't really care and you just like Warhammer 40k merchandise, just buy the limited edition version with the fancy book cover. The last novel, and one I'm most excited about, is titled Magnus the Red, and revisits the Great Crusade era and tells the crusade from the eyes of the mysterious and uncanny Lord of the Thousand Suns Legion, a Space Marines himself, while he fights alongside his anti-psyker brother, Perturabo of the Iron Warriors. This should tell the difficulties of being a psyker in the Warhammer 40k universe. Even if you are a Primarch, you're still viewed with suspicion. Reading about the interactions of 2 Primarchs alone is making me want to buy this book, as well as seeing the tensions rise between the 2 legions themselves. According to Amazon, it's 208 pages and was written by Graham McNeil, and the audiobook version was narrated by Jonathan Keeble. The one thing that makes me mad is that there isn't a lot of information about the book itself, and because it's a new release, there isn't anywhere to get in that information. But I suppose that's just how it goes sometimes. There is a free sample on the website. It's a bit confusing. I understood what it meant, but I won't spoil it here, but it's certainly interesting. Now that we've talked about the novels, let's talk about the comics and audiobooks onlys. The first one I want to talk about is an audio drama called The Binary Succession, and it deals with the politics on Holy Terra itself. It features the Fabricator General Kane of the Adeptus Mechanicus and details his fight against the petty bureaucracies that infest Terra itself. While his predecessor and heretic to the Imperium, Kelbor Hall, is still at large on Mars. Not only that, but the legions of the War Master run rampant, slaughtering the servants of the God Emperor. It should be interesting to hear in exquisite detail the inner workings of the politics of the High Lords of Terra, as well as hearing a bit about War Master Horus. Written by David Anadil. Just to reiterate, this is an audiobook only, and it's 1 hour and 30 minutes long. The audio quality is some of the best I've ever heard, and if you want, you can listen to a free sample on the Black Library website. I really recommend it. We also have a graphic novel being released that's simply called Titan. And this black and white comic tells the story of when the aging commander of the Warlord class battle titan, Imperius Dictatio, dies during the battle, the cadet precepts Erwin Hikati must take control of the machine to save it and his men from certain doom. I'll be honest, I'm a bit sad it's not in color. And also, I'm not too thrilled about the art style. It looks a bit weird for 2017, but it still should be a good read, hopefully. It is 256 pages and was written by Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning, as well as art by Anthony Williams. I'm Everyman22. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I hope you all have a nice day.